the two reaction shots for August.
Yeah,
Getting hard to keep track. Apologies for the delay. There were work schedule conflicts that we couldn't avoid. But this month, we are here. We're talking about the late, great Terence Stamp.
Legend.
Always a favorite of mine.
Yeah.
I don't think problematic in any way. I was looking into him. Seemed okay. Yeah, so we're going to talk about him. First, we'll briefly talk about what we've been watching lately that we've liked or disliked. I think I went first last time. Hubie, you want to go first this time?
Sure, I saw 2 movies. I saw Caught Stealing. Loved it. Loved that movie. It had like the Warriors vibes, kind of. Just felt like grindhousey a little bit. Austin Butler, Darren Aronofsky movie.
It seems
got a
like
new movie.
Tonal shift for him. It's like we were joking that it was like Darren Aronofsky by way of Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, it's pretty stylized, but the characters in the world are just so top tier. Everyone feels fully realized, like good ensemble cast. A lot of cool people show up that I didn't even know were in it.
Cool.
And it's in the 90s in New York, and Austin Butler was gonna be a San Francisco Giants baseball player, but is now instead a bartender. And that's kind of like
probably because he was in the wrong city.
That's kind of like the B storyline, and then the main storyline is like a crime mystery thriller, and it's just really good. It is just a super top quality, unique action thriller. So I highly recommend it. Really good action.
It caught my interest in a way that Aronofsky movie trailer has not in a long time. I typically don't go for his movies, but every once in a while I'll see one and I'll be like, okay, you did it that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and did they play the song in the movie, the Jane's Addiction song? They almost have to, right?
They did.
Yeah.
I believe they did. Yeah.
I do like that song, yeah.
Yeah, I think I like his classics, Requiem, Black Swan, Fountain, and then I haven't loved the rest.
Yeah, I really loved The Whale, and I really loved Mother also, which were the newer ones. The only one I haven't seen of his was Noah. It's legit the only one.
Have not seen Noah.
I like The Wrestler. I thought The
Wrestler was just so sad.
Yeah.
It's just so fucking sad.
I thought it in a good way.
Yeah,
I found Requiem for a Dream almost to like one note a little bit. Like
I was 14.
Heroin is bad. Like
I was 14 at the time.
Of course it's bad, but like I wanted a little. The editing was very cool in Requiem. Like very, very cool.
He was 31 when he made that.
It feels
Requiem.
of its time. Like a bit. And it hit me at the right age. Like that and Fight Club and all that. Like I was reading all the Chuck Palahniuk books, like just like douchebag central,
I think Train Spotting hit for me at that time. Just there's a very small like age like difference, but only a couple years. But like the difference between like probably me being a senior and at that time. Like Train Spotting was my movie when I was 14.
Right.
And so, but I did work at a movie theater when Requiem for a Dream came out. So
saw it a
couple
I
times.
worked at a movie theater a little after Requiem, I think.
I feel like Mother is one of the most underrated movies. I've only seen it once in the theater, but it was like such a unique, just like I remember coming out of it. I'm not even a Jennifer Lawrence fan, and I just remember coming out of that one being like, that was fucking crazy.
She was game for it. Yeah. She went for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love watching movies with walkouts. It's like I've walked out of movies myself. Not very many, but I've been that person. But it's very fun if you can handle a movie and just seeing people be like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here." And that happened during Mother. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
For me, Mother, like, and I don't know if it's because of my like upbringing or whatever, and just like religion to me and like contemplating religion and Christianity specifically is just
You're just like, nah.
Well, but it's just something that I've dealt with already.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I'm done with that.
Yeah.
And like I forget that other people aren't. Like no shade on people's beliefs or whatever, but for me personally it's just like this old hat. Like for me in my life story it was something that I like kind of got better from. Yeah. And so Aronofsky or Ridley Scott or any of these people that are like still engaging with that, I kind of feel like, I mean, this will sound harsh, but like this is kind of how I think of it. Is just like, it's like we're still. Why are you still talking about this? Like nobody cares. Like I don't care, and by nobody I mean me. Where it's just like I'm not interested in this conversation. So like Mother just being beat for beat like chunks of the Bible. And like I clocked that.
But it was about the presentation. It was the
I liked that's my thing though, is like I liked the presentation. I thought that the intensity and the insanity of it was really interesting. I thought actually that the relationship to the Bible like muddied the message. Like I thought the message of it being just like, you know, if she's Mother Earth or nature or whatever, and if he's like some other creative force, and then all these crazy rabble-rousers are just people. Like, I thought that would have been enough, and it would have been a lot more interesting to me because it would have been much less obvious what was happening. And then just, like, tacking the biblical, like, fables onto it just made it boring, kind of.
Yeah.
That was just me. I don't know.
I wonder if James Cameron liked it.
I don't know. I don't know his stance on religion.
Element.
I know he hates cops, which I appreciate.
And then lastly, I saw The Conjuring.
Yeah, you were excited to see that yesterday or 2 days ago.
Perfectly passable, serviceable, totally fine. The Devil Made Me Do It, the third one, is like one of the worst horror movies I've seen in years. So I was really nervous about this. Obviously, James Wan is like barely involved in these movies anymore. He directed the first two, but you know, doesn't even write the newer ones, just kind of does the story treatment, I think.
Yeah.
It was okay. There were some genuinely creepy parts. I got shivers down my spine twice, which is all you can hope for in a horror movie.
Hell yeah.
It was a really good crowd. Again, I've been so fortunate with movie-going crowds. I want to shout out again, like I did last month. Everyone has been so fucking respectful in movies. It's been fantastic. I've seen like 10 movies in the theater in a row, and everyone has been locked in. So, especially a horror movie, I love it. I love in a horror movie when it's totally silent and a scare is coming, and then it like slowly pans to something creepy, and someone on the other side of the theater just goes, "No."
Yeah,
I love
that's great.
I love a breathy no. Yeah.
Yeah, so there were some good scares, but I think what I really liked is that it really focused on characters this time and the family dynamic. There were long stretches when it wasn't even a horror movie. It was like, hey, we're just focusing on like marriage and like children and health scares because I had a stroke years ago and now I need to watch my exercise and diet and stuff. So when
that works, it really works. When it doesn't, it really slows everything down.
And it was a better franchise movie than it was a horror movie. It did pay tribute to the whole Conjuring universe in very nice ways. If you've been keeping up, following along for how long now? Like 12 years or something? Good Lord. These movies have made over $2 billion on $200 million budgets.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's why you do it, baby. That's why you make medium budget horror movies.
Yeah.
You just keep on trucking.
Yep. And that's it. Yeah.
I'll go because I have a relevant one. I watched Bring Her Back.
Nice. You did.
Yeah, which
I'm excited to hear what you thought.
Gird your loins. I mean, I haven't seen Talk to Me because I'm like, I saw a bit of it over Sophia's shoulder, and I was like, this seems to be a lot about dead mom stuff. Maybe I'll skip it. And I said that to several people, and I was like, I'll just watch Bring Her Back instead. Starts with dead dad stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, I also have a dead dad. Like, warn me on that too.
Fucked.
Goddamn. Like, whatever. But I mean, that stuff, it was fine. But like, I did not like it. I thought it was pretty boring.
Yeah, it was medium on it.
Yeah, I thought I was pretty bored. The performances were all great. The knife tooth, like, oh, that's so it's like so intense. It's like maybe one of the grossest things I've seen in a movie in a while. But I just thought, like, not to get spoilery, but I just thought it was kind of one note, and sort of I was waiting for anything to happen, and then it sort of just whimpers out. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
And it is sort of the opposite of the Conjuring coin that you were talking about, where like the family drama stuff like builds it up. I thought that drags this one down, because it was just kind of like, I actually really liked the brother-sister dynamic in the beginning. I liked their characters a lot. And then as soon as they get into the foster situation, I'm like, okay, this is just like, it's too ridiculous. It's like just boring, goofy.
Yeah.
Saw Eddington, which
I'm very curious now. Tell me.
Yeah, I'm very curious about this one.
So it was really interesting because, like, I went in with like zero expectations. Sophia and I just threw it on, and like, it's interesting because while I like Hereditary and I really like Midsommar, I do think he, in those two, for some reason, foreshadows so much, right? In Eddington, I didn't have that problem. It was funnier than I expected it to be. I haven't seen Beau is Afraid. I never saw that one. But
Same.
Eddington is like, it's like a dark comedy, which I didn't expect. And it is very like, very specifically about like America and COVID and all the like political landscape and masking up and stuff. And like, I didn't hate it. I thought it was like actually kind of interesting. Like, obviously a lot of people read it a lot of different ways. I didn't think it was, because some people thought it was like making fun of like certain political stances or whatever, and I was like, I don't know, it seems like it was trying to be pretty down the middle, like kind of poking fun at everybody, but like only the people who aren't wearing the masks are the characters that are like, doing really crazy shit. Except for there's one element of the story that is like, are these people aggressors? From which side, who knows? Like, it's left ambiguous. But like, the ultimate thing is like, which I thought I appreciated about it, is that it's about echo chambers and like people's echo chambers. And there's like a running gag of like these white teenagers, like teary-eyed, like screaming, like, I don't have the right to be saying this right now. Like that kind of joke happens a few times throughout. And I was like, that's pretty good. And then, they build the AI cooling data center anyway. Like, that, the rich fuckers win no matter what happens, and the infighting is a distraction. So, I don't know, I thought it was interesting. Like, I don't want to see it again. But it was...
Definitely one of those one-and-done movies.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah. Have you guys seen it? Did you guys?
No.
I was tempted to, but I was like, is this just going to, like... upset me in an irritated way, and I wasn't sure, but hearing your recommendation makes me even more interested.
I would say, I found it interesting. I didn't dislike it. It is definitely, your mileage may vary based on your stomach for, stepping back into the dark times, like the COVID times.
We're in them.
The differently dark times. The times where Hope was maybe still alive.
Times, yeah.
Yeah. The dark times where Hope was not yet dead. Anyway.
Maybe that is darker, actually. Yeah, when it hadn't been extinguished.
Yeah. I honestly, I often think that, having hope makes it hurt more.
Don't give me hope.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't give me hope. Hope is a disease, everybody. To not just do negative ones back to back to back, I'll say I watched some ones that I liked here real quick, rapid fire, because they're a little older. I saw No One Will Save You, The like alien abduction, home invasion, very little dialogue. You loved it, Huber.
Oh, loved that movie.
The girl from Booksmart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a cool
Oh,
ending.
yeah, I saw that too. That was fun.
Movie's
I watched that as a
cool.
Halloween movie.
Fun
one
movie.
year.
Yeah. It's you know,
really good.
it's definitely a really fun movie. Like,
Yes.
it didn't even super ruin it that they just show the stuff pretty all the time. In fact,
Yeah.
it kind of does some unexpected things with that. Worth it. I thought it was really cute.
Yeah, it's good.
Predator, Killer of Killers was pretty sick.
Fuck yes. Dude, the Viking lady
Oh my god, she's so insane.
with the shields
She's so
is
insane.
so cool.
Yeah.
And I love when Ninja jumps out of the window, and as he's like throwing it, he like throws the explosives or like the ninja stars back
Behind
my
himself,
God.
yeah.
So sick.
It was cool because it was like 3 very different combat styles, and
Yeah.
like one of them's like barely even a warrior at all, but it's like really
Yeah.
interesting. Really cool movie.
I didn't know this, and my brother pointed this out to me. He like the next Predator has like a robot from, is it like a Wayland robot?
Yeah.
That's what's on the back of the Predator. Or
It's
something
in
like
yeah,
that?
you see it in the trailer. It's
Her
in her
eyes.
eye. It says like Wayland Yutani because
That's cool. That's very fun.
it's complicated, but the Alien universe is canon to the Predator universe, but the Predator universe is probably not canon to the Alien universe.
And that happens maybe in AVP is where that all the
Yeah.
crossover
It gets
happens.
really muddy.
Yeah.
Because-
But also in Predator 2, there's the alien head.
Yes.
So you're like,
But an Alien versus Predator comic predates, I believe, Predator
Yeah.
2 by 1 year.
Yeah.
So
AVP comic origins.
yeah, the Predator skull or the alien skull in Predator 2 gets a lot of the credit for AVP happening. But really there was already a comic of them versus.
Also, I think Predator is canon in every single thing ever because
Every
Predator,
single
It can just show
Predator
up.
fights everyone.
Yeah.
Well, because
Predator
his
fights
spaceship has
everyone.
all the like collection, right? At the
Yes.
end of Predator 2, right? That's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
remember. Yeah,
Yeah, at the end, yeah, when he gets in the
He's
ship,
got
it's
Indiana
all the-
Jones's whip on there. He's got everything.
Yeah. I mean, that's
versus Indiana Jones versus the Avengers versus Terminator versus RoboCop versus Dredd. Like literally
I'd
everything.
watch them all do it. They should
many of
really,
those
yeah.
many of those have happened in the comics. Like there's a Predator kills the Marvel universe or something like that, I think.
Yeah.
Or one of those.
So good.
But yeah, Predator Killer of Killers is cool. I can't remember, Matt, if you recommended this, but I also saw it in a there's this person that's been doing a series on YouTube where they've been watching every time loop thing. And I watched Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes.
Yes, that was me.
Yeah.
I do like that one.
I really liked
yeah,
it.
What did you think? Yeah, it's cute, right?
Yeah,
It's
I
very-
loved
and
it.
I like how I love its creativity in a very small budget. I
Yeah.
was like, damn, that's cool to just survive on your idea.
Yeah.
Alone, pretty much your idea and maybe like some of your friends and $80,000 or whatever.
Right.
It was. Yeah.
Like as a refresher, if you missed the episode we talked about it, it's this guy in a cafe realizes that the TV in his cafe is on is 2 minutes ahead of the TV in his apartment.
Cool.
And they have a camera connected to them, so I said camera weird. But so basically they can see themselves 2 minutes in the future. And they build on this idea in very interesting ways. But it's like all contained. Literally, there's like no location besides the cafe, the staircase behind the cafe, the apartment above the cafe, and the flower shop next to the cafe, and the sidewalk outside. Like they never go anywhere else. And it's
Yeah.
like it was a COVID project, I think. Like there's like 12 friends just making a movie during COVID in Japan, and it was amazing. For like a super small budget. I mean, you know me, I have a really big soft spot for high concept, low budget sci-fi, like Coherence, one of my favorite movies of all time. I think I talked about it last month, but I saw Resolution, which is the prequel to
Yep.
The Endless, which is a time loop movie, sort of. Anyway, Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes is really cool. Okay, now back to the negatives. I saw Honey Don't, which I...
Oh, yeah. The Tallahassee one that came before that was pretty rough.
Drive-Away Dolls?
It was the Tallahassee
Yeah.
native, yeah. I was like, I got to see this, but still, like,
Drive-Away Dolls was, not great. It didn't have anything that I found, like, sort of offensive as a lesbian in it. This one, it was funny because, everyone's been giving it, like, 2 stars, whatever. And the first, like, 2/3 of this movie, I was like, everyone's being hard on this movie. Like, the character, I actually quite liked Margaret Qualley's character of Honey in this. The story sort of, they were trying to do sort of the, like, Big Lebowski, like, noir thing where it's like the detective is sort of out of their depth and stuff just is happening outside of them that they don't like clock every little thing, which I think can be really good. In this, it just makes the story feel a little disjointed. But there's a thing that happens toward the end. I won't really spoil it, but like it sort of leans into some kind of harmful tropes, which is a little surprising to me. And like it's like I know you're doing a send up of B movies, but like I feel like if you're doing that, you have to kind of add something and not just be a B movie. Yeah, so I was a little disappointed. And it was funny because like there was a row of, I presume also lesbians in front of me watching this movie. And when this thing happened, like they all sort of just looked at each other like, and that was my reaction too. And so it was like, I felt very validated that all of us had the same reaction. We were all just like, okay, I don't know about this. Like, yeah, anyway, it was whatever. Saw Weapons, which I really liked.
Nice.
oh, cool.
Weapons is neat, dude. It's weird as shit. I really liked it.
Did you like Barbarian? The other movie?
Yeah, it's funny because this one shares with Barbarian some of his structural, I don't even want to say failings, but just kind of like leanings. Like the first 30 minutes of Barbarian is one of the scariest horror movies I've seen. And then
that one's fun.
And then as soon as you see what is going on, as soon as they show what's happening, all fear dissipates entirely. Yeah. This one,
and it just gets goofy and gross from there. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what are you doing, Barbarian? Yeah.
well, and it becomes about what it's about more so. Like Barbarian, I think, is even more overtly just like, here's the message, This one is a little less like clear on like, here's the message, at least to me. But like, this one I think had a lot of amazing little bits in it, and it's not like split down the middle where it's like scary half, funny half, or like commentary half. It does have a perspective shift, and this one does that a lot more. Like there's like 4 or 5 of them. I didn't think it lost its horror entirely, but it like was definitely a lot scarier in the first half than in the second half. And then it's still interesting. So I like both of them. I think Weapons I like more. Yeah. I also I appreciate weird big swings, and I appreciate how unique a concept this was.
Magic words to me.
Yeah. Have you guys seen it?
No, I really want to.
Oh, wow.
But
Okay, yeah.
Barbarians wasn't a win for me.
I'm trying to go with my dad.
But like, I'm still curious about, I'll give something a second chance. I'm like, yeah, I want to see Weapons. So.
I would say Weapons is very worth it and worth seeing in a theater with decent sound, I would say. I really liked it. I think you guys will like it a lot.
No.
Yeah, it has some wild shit in it. Like real good stuff.
Love Josh Brolin.
Yeah, he's great.
Love him.
All right, I know I've been going on for a while. I watched Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. We'll talk about that when we get into the Terence Stamp stuff. I've been watching the Harley Quinn cartoon.
Nice.
Pretty fun. I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard it's good.
It's, whatever.
I saw The Dark Knight in the theater. I forgot about that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Alien Earth, baby. We haven't talked about that on the show.
We would discuss that.
Yeah.
I'm a couple behind. I think I've watched like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Oh, well, the third one I think was my favorite.
Too many fucking video games.
Yeah. So.
I can't remember which one was the third one specifically, but like.
Third one was the most cyberpunky. I felt like I don't know. That may not be a spoiler. I feel like you'd have to bracket off some spoilers to really discuss this show.
Yeah.
But there are some cyberpunk things.
Oh, a lot. I was actually talking to someone who works at Disney in the Alien department, and they were saying that it's almost more of a Blade Runner show than an Alien show, and I was like, yeah, kind of. I think there's a lot of both, but I mean, Blade Runner is perhaps canon to Aliens.
I really love it, like 10 out of 10, but there's something that like devalues it for me a little bit.
It's probably like the needle drops.
Just the Alien, like on my TV, I don't know. It just doesn't feel as big and important, you know? It's giving me like, all right, every week now, franchise, here we go. And Alien, of course, is a massive franchise, and it has been a massive franchise. But there's just like something I can't put my finger on that makes tuning in not exciting. So I'm kind of dragging my feet. Yeah,
is it like Terminator or something? Like, oh, now we're in TV world.
Yeah,
like,
it's just diluting it. You know, it's just diluting it a little for me. Even though even though I watched 2 or 3 episodes and it was fucking amazing. I was like, that was fantastic. But then I think about it.
It's funny because to me it's almost the opposite. It's like so many of the movies have diluted the Alien franchise to me, and this feels like Noah Hawley is, his reverence to the Alien franchise at least seems similar to my own, in that he hasn't done anything like that pissed me off yet, whereas Prometheus, Covenant, and Romulus all did. And yeah, like jury's out until this is done, obviously, but like for me, this is sitting at third.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. I like Timothy Olyphant so much.
I love Timothy Olyphant. I think I really like the way it's building out the universe without stepping on anything else necessarily. There are some Noah Hawley-isms that I think, and I like Noah Hawley. I've actually been rewatching Legion as well, because like Alien Earth kind of put me in a Noah Hawley mood. Legion is the most Noah Hawley. Like, it is pure distilled 5 episodes of nothing happening Noah Hawley, which you're either in for it or you're not. But this one is like the most restrained. But you can still see him in there in the like editing styles and the like structure choices and the needle drops. Like the only note I have in this is probably no needle drops or fewer needle drops, because
and just no alien. Like honestly, every time the alien is on screen, I'm just like,
okay, but the Barry Lyndon section, right? That was pretty awesome. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Barry
the party?
Lyndon
Yeah,
plus
that was
Alien.
good.
I don't. Yeah, that's all I have to say for people who haven't seen it. But
Yeah.
Barry Lyndon plus Alien. That's pretty. That's pretty great.
It's very good.
like I wish they had maybe like built up to the alien like for the very end or something. Because
Yeah, I
like
know
you're
what you
saying,
mean. Yeah.
all the corporate shit, 11 out of 10. The fucking cyborg shit, 11 out of 10.
Ubisoft,
Any kind of like
you haven't seen 2 episodes where it's all cyborg
For
corporate shit.
Yeah.
And no alien.
Sure.
I have to say,
Yeah,
like, a
right
lot
out
of
of the
the
gate.
the exposition to me is very clunky. I have to say, I have some hesitations, and I love it. Like, there are parts where I'm just thrilled. There are parts where I'm like, this is the best stuff since the originals,
So
and then
good.
there are other parts where I'm like, this is pretty weak. Like the acting sometimes is.
I like
very
that billionaire
clunky.
kid. He's
And the-
so
Kid
good.
Cavalier.
Oh well, if you like him, you get plenty of them.
Yes,
I'm not a fan.
love him. I love him.
He's such a sociopath.
I'm not a fan, and maybe that's one of my main hesitations is because I don't like either his writing or his performance. God bless him as a person. I wish him well, but as like
God bless.
his function in the show, I'm not enjoying. And some of the kids who are reincarnated as AI, which is the subject of the show. That hopefully that's not a spoiler.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
episode
But
1.
yeah, I feel like they're not quite nailing that. I'm like, have you hung around with children? Because they're not, they're not dumb. They just are, naive and have more to learn. But some of them are acting kind of like they're gonna bump into a wall, and I'm like, well, come on, like they're not,
I think
like,
it's
Prometheus energy.
like yeah. So far, no characters are like doing stupid shit that causes stupid shit.
Exactly, not that, but the
Yeah.
performances I just feel like
A couple of the kids, like I think the main girl is Wendy is doing really well.
Yeah, Wendy's great.
The guy, I can't remember his
Wendy's the best by a
Wendy
oh
rules.
by
Wendy
a country
rules.
the
mile.
daughter of Coach on Friday Night Lights. That actress.
Coach Taylor?
Yeah,
Really?
Coach Taylor's
Kyle
daughter.
Chandler's daughter?
Yeah. Sydney Chandler. Kyle
What?
Chandler's daughter. Yeah. Blew my mind when I found that. I was like, whoa. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The other one that I think is doing a really good job at kid acting is I can't remember his character's name, but the black guy who like he'll get like rebuffed and then he'll like retreat within himself, and like his body language I think is really good at like kid body language.
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's really good in the like the first episode or second episode. It's him and the other boy.
Yeah,
they're like guarding the eggs or whatever.
Totally.
Some of them like also kind of like get the rhythm as the show progresses, which is cool. It's very cool. And exposition's a little clunky when they're like, hey, remind me again about how this universe is divided up. Oh, well, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked. Well, there are 5 planets who rule this. And it's like, oh, are we going to the Yeah. Well, are we going to the hardware store? Or you mean Mr. Tom's hardware store who supplies all the best nails to the town? Well, yes, we're going there. And I'm like, oh, please. It feels like a video game from the late 90s when you're getting a mission. Other times though, the show's fantastic and I'm just like loving every second and just on my alien high because like my desktop screensaver, you can't see it right now, but the part you can't see is like the interior ship from Alien. Like that's how much I love Alien.
I love
it's
Alien.
giving me those feelings and I'm so happy. So I only have a few small complaints. So
that scene to me, it felt like they were trying to go for like a Big Brother sort of a moment for all of them. Like he's explaining things to them because they're all kids. Like, and I think it was mostly for people tuning into the show who maybe don't know the lore, and they've changed the lore a little bit. Like the Prodigy Company, I think, is a new invention for this.
It's a new edition, yeah.
But so that's and like the Earth
lore. I think
lore
they do it a couple of times, like that type of exposition in different ways, in all the episodes,
It's interesting with this show because it's like some of the movies have had such egregious lows that, and like Alien and Aliens are like basically untouchable. So for me, the bar is just be better than Prometheus, Covenant, and Romulus. And obviously you can't be better than Alien or Aliens. So exist in the middle and I'm going to love you. Like,
it's true,
You know, and like obviously I like 3 and 4 because I think they're just fun. 4 especially is just a hoot. But like those kind of like, they didn't piss me off. They didn't do anything that fucked up the continuity, you know? Anyway, that's enough out of me. What about you, Matt?
Well, I've watched that and been, just so happy and so excited.
Yeah.
All the lights go off. It's 1 a.m. and it's alien time. So, it's wonderful. I know I have like small complaints, but whatever. They're just small complaints. We have Alien once a week. It's like, an alien movie once a week. It's beautiful. So I watched this movie. It's going to be one of my favorite movies of the year. I know it. The director, do you know the director of Species, the movie Species?
Yeah.
That like erotic,
Sexual Awakening.
like alien. Yeah, okay.
Very familiar with Species.
And the movie Tom Cruise's Cocktail, where he's like
Cocktail.
Aware of it, haven't seen it.
Yeah, okay. Well, that guy, he had a daughter. And she made an amazing movie. Her name is India Donaldson. Okay. And it's her first movie called Good One. And it's an indie movie, very Lady Bird vibes.
Oh, cool.
A young teenage girl goes camping with her dad, who is James LeGros from Point Break and Justified. He's one of the bank robbers in Point Break. But he's the dad and his best friend. They go camping with his daughter, who's like Lady Bird, kind of like, cynical teenage daughter who has to go camping with her, like goofy dad in the woods, and just what that's like, this trio. And something happens in the woods, and I don't want to say what that is, but the acting is just out of this world great from Lily Elias. And it's if you all I can say is if you like Lady Bird, I can't imagine you wouldn't like this movie. I would think that the performances are even better.
Wow.
And it's a more subtle movie. It's all about what happens on people's faces. And the thing that happens out in the woods is so tiny and based in a conversation, but once it gets said, their lives are going to be changed forever. And you're just like, oh shit. And like, this is not a horror movie. It's an indie dramedy, but it hasn't been since a horror movie where I've been like shouting at the characters or shouting for the characters, like, go do this. You've got it. Like, you just want this character to be a hero. Like, it's just, it was so incredibly directed for a first feature. You're just like, these actors are going to keep doing great things. This director is going to keep doing great things. It's called Good One.
Good One.
And it's a good movie. Good One. So, huge recommendation.
Not to be confused with Good Times.
Yeah.
It
was a good time until it wasn't. Lady Hermit is another movie I saw. I was talking about this with
Where do you dig these up?
Discord.
Lady Hermit.
Lady Hermit is a Shaw Brothers kung fu movie.
Nice.
Very cool. Very, very cool movie. It's got some great people in it. I was so excited to watch it. When I ripped it out of the box set, it sliced open my hand and I bled all over the house, like geysers of blood. I was like,
Jesus.
oh my god, I can't believe I'm bleeding this much. It was just like a SNL skit.
Oh my god.
It was like, it won't stop bleeding.
Forgive
But
my
that's
laughter, but that's awesome.
No, it's funny. It was awesome. And I was like, this movie announces itself. This movie was like, swing, like, bring it. Like, the blade was just like coming out. I was like, okay, here we go. Lady Hermit. And it lived up to it. So it
Lady
has.
Hermit.
It stars Cheng Pei Pei from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And it's got the main dude from 36th Chamber of Shaolin. Even if you haven't seen that movie,
10 out
you
of 10.
probably know Wu-Tang Clan mentions that.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
it's the director of Flying Guillotine. It's just, and it delivers. It's just such a great action heroine movie, just like Chun-Li kind of hero who goes up against a evil bad guy with like claws for a hand, but atmospheric Hong Kong countryside, beautiful shots at sunset, a little bit of a love triangle. Like if you like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, this is this came first. And it's a little bit bloodier, a little bit more of a drive-in movie, but still some like cool romantic vibes. And it just delivers on everything. Love it. Love Lady Hermit. I don't regret my finger getting sliced open. I would do it again.
Oh yeah.
I was telling people that's the cost. Like they held out a bowl, and you're like, this is the price to watch this movie, and sliced my hand. I would be like, it's worth it. That's the.
You must offer tribute
Yeah, exactly. That was
to
my
Lady
tribute.
Hermit.
Yeah, Lady Hermit, go watch it. It's easy to track down. It's in some Shaw Brothers box sets. You can get it individually. You can watch it for $3, I'm sure, digitally. So fun.
Does the flesh of the palm heal quickly or I feel like it would heal slowly, but anytime in a movie people cut their hand open, I'm like, is that the best way to get some blood out? Like I feel like cut my arm or something, like I don't know.
I can't find. I don't even remember which side it was on. So it must have done. It must have gone fast.
I feel like fingers heal pretty quickly.
Yeah. So I also watched Wheels on Meals, which
Nice, Jackie
Huber, you might know Jackie
10 out of
Chan.
fucking 10.
On the Kung Fu tip. I'd never seen it before. I'd heard it was great. I don't know why it's not Meals on Wheels. Do you know? Wheels on Meals.
Probably copyright.
Yeah, I don't know. Jackie Chan,
know, yeah.
He's got a little food truck. He's in Spain. He skateboards. He does like amazing tricks. And he gets in kung fu fights. It's great. It's fun. And the evil bad guy of the movie, I didn't know this, is this martial arts expert that I knew. Like he was the ultimate boss of the movie. His name is Benny the Jet Urquidez. If you've seen Grosse Point Blank, he's the dude who gets stabbed in the neck with a pin. It's very memorable in Grosse Point Blank. But he's like this martial arts expert who does like stunts for like 100 movies, including the first Spider-Man movie. He shows up. He's got Benny, I love you. He's probably not watching this. He's got a strange looking face, a very memorable looking face. So when he shows up in a movie, he's scary. He's intimidating. He like invented kickboxing pretty much and is undefeated. He has this martial arts museum in Burbank. Go check it out. The sweetest human being. I met him when I was like just a young man. I was working at Blockbuster Video and he came in. And I was like, that's the dude who got stabbed in Grosse Pointe Blank. Oh my God.
That's amazing.
He's a sweet, gentle person. Just like so gentle. Like just like a very, very nice. You wouldn't expect he's like this mean badass in these movies who's like intimidating to like, you know, the heroes because he's just such a sweet guy. But I was like, oh my God, it's that guy from Blockbuster who was so nice to all of us. And he was Jackie Chan's like ultimate boss. So Wheels on Meals, I was so happy to see it. So happy to see Benny the Jet. Another good Jackie Chan. If you like Jackie Chan, put it in your list. And then Alien Earth. So that's what I saw. Some fun ones. I loved everything I watched. Fun month.
Some good ones in there.
Yeah.
You reminded me of Tom Waits' line where he says, "My friends think I'm ugly, but I got a masculine face."
I think Tom Waits and Benny the Jet are both very pretty.
Benny
the Jet has a beautiful heart. He really does.
A beautiful heart.
He ripped a guy's throat out in Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze. So, you know,
I love that.
Don't cross him, but he's a beautiful man.
Damn it. I just thought of something related
Toby,
to that.
damn it.
Oh my God, Toby, damn it!
Toby, damn it.
Have you seen, you'd seen Toby Damn It before, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I saw it in the theater at the Hammer Museum a long time ago.
Oh,
it was really cool. Yeah,
That's pretty wild.
I didn't know what it was. Just kind of like cold. I watched it cold. I didn't know they were gonna play it.
Yeah.
Have you seen Come Drink With Me?
Yeah. So it's the
Great.
Chang Pei Pei is in. Come
yeah.
Drink With Me. Yeah. Come Drink With Me is awesome.
Cool. But you like Lady
Lady Hermit. Yeah.
Hermit more. Cool.
Well, Lady Hermit is more pulpy. Come Drink With Me, has like a, more kind of like highbrow story.
Sure.
Lady Hermit's if you just want to relax and have fun. So they're both great. Yeah.
But it cuts your hand open.
Yeah, it does.
So you gotta reckon with that. All right. Well, Toby Dammit's a perfect segue into our topic for this month. I asked our patrons to tell us about their favorite Terence Stamp movies. If you want to be part of the convo, go to patreon.com/reactionshots and get involved with the conversation because it's a lot of fun. Anyway,
yeah, it is.
I just said like we're gonna talk about your favorites of his because he passed away, and anything else, whatever. Toby Dammit. We'll start there. That's one of my favorites. That and the Limey are definitely my favorite Terence Stamp joints.
So Toby Dammit, that's a guy who's just destroying himself. That goes against your archetype, Isla. Right?
Well, it's interesting. It's interesting because, like, I don't know, maybe because it's short enough.
That's true. You don't have to watch it dragged out for 2 hours. It's half an hour.
And it has the Terence Stamp effect.
It's got Terence Stamp effect, and it has like Little Girl Devil, which I always love.
It's so David Lynch, right? The little girl with the white, and she moves backwards. Yeah,
it's beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. I never really thought about it as being. He is just kind of a bastard. It's funny because like, I think maybe there's like a theatricality to the way he's a bastard. I feel like the same with like Malcolm McDowell or whatever. Like Clockwork Orange, I like because I don't know. Maybe it's British men can be assholes. I don't know.
There's a certain Russell Brand quality to Toby Dammit, I have to admit.
Oh, for sure.
But like, obviously he came before Russell Brand, so Russell Brand probably saw that and was like, that's who I'm gonna be.
In real life, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's a bastard. But like, I don't know. But it's Fellini, right? The Toby Dammit, and it's like part of like a weird
triptych thing with a bunch of other directors, right? 3 other directors.
Yeah, and Toby Dammit's the only one of the 3 that I've seen. I
Yeah,
think.
me too, because I bought the Fellini box set that Criterion has,
Right.
which is wonderful, and it comes on that, but it does not come with the other like three movies. They just slice up Toby Dammit as a special feature. And
Yeah,
so
because it's
you-
like 40 minutes long or whatever, if that. And he's just an actor. He's a piece of shit. And it's like, you kind of get, he's like trying to die, I feel like. He's like, because he knows he's doomed, I think. And so he's just given up. And so he's like super famous and popular, and he's doing this weird ass. I also love just like, it has Prisoner vibes. Like the visuals, the like vibes of it is very like the show The Prisoner, where there's just like, this is just the way this room is. Like it just looks weird. Deal with it. Like I love that kind of shit where it's just like the set dressing is crazy, but it's like whatever. I love that shit. And then one of the great endings, just like I won't say what happens, but goddamn, such a good ending. I don't know. I like.
Yeah, it's a quick watch. There's probably other ways to watch it without hunting down this trio by itself or
yeah.
the
On
Fellini
YouTube.
box set.
I think
It's on
it
YouTube?
I think it might be on
Probably.
YouTube. I definitely just popped it on at a hang a while ago, fully expecting us not to just sit and watch it, but everyone got interested, and so we just sat and watched it. The Power of Toby Dammit. Obviously, I love The Limey, one of my favorite movies ever, and he's like the main guy in that, which references another one of his movies, Poor Cow, which I've never seen, but literally uses footage from that movie as
I remember you telling us about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, because Poor Cow's from 1967, and The Limey is from like, I don't know, 93, 99. Yeah,
So interesting.
yeah,
I love how that works.
it's cool.
I have not found like a single like connection between any of the characters. He plays in terms of their appearance or behavior. Like it took me a while until I was older to be like, oh, that's Terence Stamp, because he's one of the people who fully becomes the characters.
He was the Chancellor in Star Wars. It was real. That was a documentary.
Yeah, he fully did. I mean, you're so right. It is weird too, because he's one of those guys that like, even when he's young, and maybe this is just because like my first interactions with him were probably in The Limey and Star Wars and stuff when he was already older, but like he's like Patrick Stewart in my mind, where he's just looked the same forever.
He's been 90 years
He's
old
been-
for
yeah.
30 years.
For 30 years.
Like, yes.
And even in Toby Dammit, like he's young
That's
and
like
gorgeous. But he still has the like Terence Stampness of it. So it's
I'm like that with Tommy Lee Jones, Isla.
Yeah,
Tommy
yeah.
Lee Jones has been like 80 forever.
Oh yeah,
even
since
as a
The
young
Fugitive.
man. Yeah, even as a young man, you're 70 years old. It's so interesting. Cuz yeah, Toby Dammit was 68. Like when was he born? Let me see. Born
1892.
1938. Good God. I mean, he's a handsome younger man. And he was Zod, obviously, Superman too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
When I
mean,
was in Germany, he died that day, and they were hyping up on. I was watching BBC, and they just.
Oh, I
kept
thought you were gonna
hyping up.
say like during World War II or something.
Oh no!
Because of 1938.
They kept hyping up. Far from the Madding Crowd was like
I need to see that one.
the one they kept showing in the footage and the.
Holy
and just
fuck.
talking about it.
He was in Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Hell
Yeah.
Main
And
card-
Patrick Stewart is.
Comoran. Oh yeah, they got like legit Brits for that one.
Yeah.
I mean, he has so many goddamn movies. He's in 98 movies,
Holy shit.
and I've seen 15 of them or whatever. But like, he just shows up in like the most random stuff. Like
He's in Halo 3, Isla. That
Yeah.
is insane.
he's in his
As
Dark
Cortana.
Materials. Yeah, he's Cortana. He's in just so many weird.
Yeah, he's good in
things.
his Dark Materials.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, as kind of like one of the bad dudes, right? He's like hunting her down, isn't that? who he plays? Yeah.
Giacomo Paradisi. I've seen the first 2 seasons of that. I need to see the third one still. I liked it a lot, but I don't specifically remember.
It was a lot better than the feature-length movie. That's
Oh,
for sure.
heavens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've read all those books, even the
the
2
books are
newer
great.
ones. I like them. Yeah, I want to talk about... oh, crazy. He was Lord Asriel in his Dark Materials TV series from 2003 also. I didn't know they did a
Committed to it.
TV
Yeah.
series in 2003. That's crazy. Weird. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, let's talk about Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, because when you said he like completely disappears into the role, like he really does in Queen of the Desert. Like, you know, obviously it's from 1994. There's some aged elements of this movie. He's playing a trans woman, which, you know, Hollywood has a storied past of cis men playing trans women. Not always great. I don't automatically hate it. I know some people do, which is totally chill. I think especially like in the 90s and before, like Hollywood just sucked in different ways back then, and like reality just is what it was. So you kind of have to like view movies for their time period, I think. Like you have to give this one some 1994 passes, because like movies just like Bill and Ted say the F slur, right? It's
I
just
forgot
like
that it was from 1994. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is like, yeah. When I'm thinking about like the dude's wife who's just
That's
like,
probably
I gotta
the
do this
most offensive.
performance,
Yeah.
the racist thing. She's
Yeah.
like Samoan, or where is she from? I can't remember.
I don't remember,
She's
but
Pacific Islander or something. And
yeah,
she's
I
gotta
don't even
do
know
the
if it's
stage show.
specifically.
She speaks Tagalog. So,
Yeah, that's the Philippines then, I think.
Philippines, yeah.
But like, yeah, I think that her portrayal in the movie is probably the thing that aged the worst, is because it's pretty racist. Like
Jeez.
she's like a mail order bride kind of a thing, and like, but it's also interesting because it's like he's also kind of like keeping her caged up, because like all she wants to do is this like ping pong show, and like let her fly, man, let her freak flag fly. Like, what's your problem?
Oh, Lord.
but
the movie's a lot.
It's a lot. It's,
But
I
the
mean,
thing
it's
is like
maximal.
Terence Stamp is definitely like the heart of the
Oh,
movie.
for sure.
1,000%. And he keeps it all grounded, regardless of like any kind of bumpiness with the writing, and the like either accuracies or inaccuracies of the portrayal. I think it does a lot right, but I think most of what makes it great, just my uninformed opinion, is what Terence Stamp brings to it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he just brings a lot of heart to that particular character
And sensitivity, like
yeah,
especially for a guy who's played like gruff, you know, like fucking mobsters and like all kinds of like thieves and killers and like
Yeah, he's got
ne'er-do-wells.
such an intense energy sometimes.
Right. And it's like kind of genius casting to cast him as this late in life trans woman. And I think that the portrayal is so sensitive and is really honestly quite nice. And like I cannot overstate you know, how important this movie is, coming out in 1994, for just showing queer happiness and like normalcy, and like how it's possible to have like a life and be a person and like be a good dad, you know, like the Hugo Weaving character, and like to be a good person, like that's big shit, like in a movie. And like
Bernadette gets a nice resolution at the end of the movie, which
a happy
is cool.
ending.
Yeah,
Like,
that's so rare. You know, everything's about like suffering in the movies we make
Yeah.
in the last 20 years. So
it's a movie about gay people that get happy endings and get to be who they are and get be people. Like honestly, the only things that bugged me were the portrayal of the Filipino woman, Filipina, I don't know, because that seems pretty dated and racist. And then I don't love the running gag of Guy Pearce dead naming.
There's also the dead naming a lot.
Dead naming Bernadette. And I think like that it feels like like just a time thing. Like they didn't, and like it's directed by a gay man, written by a gay man. Like obviously this movie knows what it's talking about. But I think that, and I don't know, I wasn't out in the 90s. I was 9 when this movie came out, you know, like I was still figuring some things out. And like, I don't know if the culture around dead naming was different back then. I don't know. But like right now it's like, that's like the worst fucking thing you can do to a trans person is like, you know, like it fucking hurts. And like, so even as a joke, I didn't love that. Like I'm not against it being in the movie. I just wish that Guy Pearce's character had like learned a lesson about it, or like not done it, because it's like the last line of the movie is like him doing it again, which is just kind of like, because I'm like, that's not a joke. Like that's really harmful to Bernadette, and like, but it shows her being hurt by it. So it's like it hurts her. But the movie is kind of just like, haha, you know, that's like the only thing that I like with the transness. I was like, I wish that was kind of resolved differently. Guy Pearce is so hot in this. Holy shit. Like I've never really, obviously not attracted to men, but like
so irritating though. His character.
Oh, he's such a piece of shit. I love it.
But he's my least favorite.
But he's a mean.
But in the outfits, they're so like tight and everything. It's very funny.
Yeah,
he's very young in it.
Yeah, and he's the mean gay kind of caricature. You know, he's a WeHo gay, as we would say here in LA. But yeah. But anyway, I liked Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I'd never seen it before. My mom loved it. My mom was obsessed with Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, Strictly Ballroom, and the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movies.
Hell yeah.
She was
and
a
Ingmar
reverend.
Bergman.
Yeah, and she loved Ingmar Bergman. She was a wonderful person. Yeah. I think that's part of why I hesitated to watch this for so long, because she really liked it. And so, like, you know, it just had a lot of weight on it. But, like, pretty immediately Sophia and I were both just like, hey, this is really good. Like, you know, like Birdcage vibes, where it's just like, fuck yeah, like a early positive gay portrayal. And, like, obviously that's been happening throughout cinematic history. Like, there are examples of positive gay portrayals even in the 30s. But, like, you know, it's refreshing because, like, so often we're portrayed as villains or diseased or, you know, and this doesn't shy away from them being persecuted. Like, you know, their bus gets graffitied with some AIDS slander, you know, and, like, they get beat up sometimes, and, like, it's realistic because I'm like, you don't have to shy away from that. Like, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Like, life is hard. But, like, you have to have the other side of that coin. Like, so often it's, you know, House MD will have an episode where a trans woman gets breast cancer and it's just all suffering and hell all the time. And it's like, well, there's joy, too. Like, anyway, sorry, I know I've been talking for, like, an hour straight.
No, I was very curious to hear your thoughts about it, because I was like, I'm divided on this movie, because it has so many, like, unexpectedly good things in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're definitely
where you're just like, oh, I'm not so sure about.
They're different, and, like, I don't know, maybe I'm being too lenient on the 1994-ness of it, like, and like waving away some of the more offensive elements, because, like, yeah, if this movie came out now, it would be like there would be like some of the stuff you just cannot do right now, like, but for 1994 and, like, the film landscape back then, I think this is a pretty daring movie. And I appreciate it for that. I would definitely change the racist caricature of the wife. And I would change how the dead naming thing resolves. But otherwise, I think this is pretty great.
Oh, yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, it is interesting how the conversation around movies and culture can change so much, and what we expect, often rightfully so, can shift, where at one time can be radically kind of progressive and forward.
Yeah.
Now look through like decades later, sometimes you're just like, oh, I'm not so, that that land's kind of odd. But it's important to keep in mind, definitely, the time when things came out and how much they're achieving for that time.
And it's almost like a triumph, right? Like you can look at it like that's where I have a disconnect with some of the modern like internet discourse where like somebody gets canceled for something they said 20 years ago, where I'm like, okay, but within the framework of when this movie came out, this was super progressive, like crazy progressive. And yeah, if it came out now identical to this, it would be insane. But like, you have to look at the positive side of that, where it's like, this is how far society has progressed since 1994. Like in that 30-year period, we've gotten that much better about these issues and these portrayals. And so it's like, those are the baby steps, and now we're sprinting, like we've come far enough to be actively repressed by the government, like out loud. It's obviously, no, we've been repressed by the government since the beginning, but you know what I mean. Things are better now, theoretically.
Oh, it got sad quickly.
I mean, that's so sad. Current fascism notwithstanding, society has progressed pretty far in a lot of ways. Anyway, should we get to the comments from our beautiful patrons? Yes,
let's do it.
First up, Mark Hallinan, R.I.P. Terence Stamp, an incredible actor, and because I don't think anyone else has mentioned it, I'm starting at the top, so I get them in reverse order. Maybe I'll start at the bottom. I'll read this one and then I'll start at the bottom. Because I don't think anyone else has mentioned it, I'll put up his gloriously hammy turn as bullet maker Pekwarski in the not so glorious Wanted. Yeah, a role he reprised for the prequel PS3/360 game Wanted: Weapons of Fate, which actually wasn't too bad. Maybe not swimming, but a good 6 at least.
Nice.
Striving in 6s. As for other stuff, I am currently halfway through a fantastic Danish miniseries called Families Like Ours, which is about the Danish government taking a proactive move to completely evacuate Denmark because of rising water levels and the logistical issues that entails. It's sort of like a climate change disaster movie before the disaster has happened, with an intelligent and competent government making a preemptive decision before the disaster has happened, which makes it all the more terrifying for those of us with not so intelligent governments. Hello from England. Hello from across the pond with a not so intelligent government of our own. Also very much enjoying the new season of Dexter, and finally Alien Earth, which might just have my favorite Timothy Olyphant performance this side of Justified. Hell yeah, he's great. Easily straight to the top 10 droids contention, not quite beating Bishop, but he's getting close. Take it easy. Yeah, dude.
You can tell he's thinking.
Yeah.
You can tell he's thinking, and like maybe like 8 of his thoughts that he's thinking about. Yeah.
He does such a good... Yeah. I mean, I love Timothy Olyphant. Been a Timothy Olyphant.
Fassbender shows up.
Oh my god, that would be nuts. I guess he would have been made like 7 or 8 years before this movie. David.
Oh, way before. I think it's like 14 years or some shit.
I think Prometheus... Covenant takes place like 10 years before Alien.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Love David. Best robot all time. Ever. David's the best. David is one of my favorite characters. Just ever. Love it.
Yeah, he's so creepy.
What the hell ever happened to the Wanted sequel? I'm so shocked that
Wanted
didn't become
sucks.
some huge franchise. I'm just shocked.
It's because Wanted sucks ass.
Dude, Wanted was fun, except for the end, which I know you hate.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
What have you done lately?
I'm just so shocked it wasn't a huge thing.
Okay, yeah. So Prometheus is 2089 to 2093. Alien Covenant is 2104. And then Alien Earth is 2120, and Alien is 2122. I knew 2122.
Remember when it was just like a weird alien ship on a weird planet? Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
you
now
didn't have
it's
to
like
jump-
names, dates, fucking lore. I'm just like,
And you didn't have to
like the
jump through
Zelda
hoops to justify the existence of some of the shit that happens in Alien Covenant. Fucking.
I should
Christ.
play Isolation this Halloween.
Oh yeah.
absolutely should.
Like, I mean, I love it, but I should play it again.
Is it in VR yet? You should make that. VR.
I think it might be.
Nice.
I think it was one of the earlier VR implementations. Yeah.
I need to
could not
replay
handle it. Yeah.
I need to replay it.
Did you not? That sounds like you did not love it. You're like, I need to rejudge it.
Yeah, I played like half of it, and I think at the time I was butthurt that there were like so many humans and androids in it.
So many.
But now that I know that, and I really like the character, what's her name, Ripley?
Amanda.
I was like, it starts with an A.
Yeah.
I like her characterization,
yeah.
and obviously like the look and feel of that game is fucking perfect. So yeah, I want to try it again. I was
There's
looking
a
at
section about halfway through where you get bogged down in a little much of that, and then you push through that, and then there's less of it. So
like it's one of those games where I feel like this happens with a lot of video games where it's like, hey, don't be afraid of being 6 or 7 or 8 hours long. Like you don't have to come in at 12, 15, 20, 30, 40 hours. Like
Yeah.
I often think that a lot of things are stronger, movies and games alike. Brevity is the soul of wit. I think that like, you can have a solid 10 6 hours or a solid 7 20 hours, like take your pick. Like sure, people might get mad at you because the game costs money, but like I don't know, stand the test of time.
I feel that.
Colt Smith says, Last Night in Soho, Valkyrie, Wall Street, The Limey, Phantom Menace, Superman, and Miss Peregrines are the real standout good films as far as I remember off the top of my head. Sophia hilariously fell asleep. She's like, she often says that she's never slept as well as she slept through Miss Peregrines. Not a great movie, but in my opinion. But love.
Was that with Eva Green?
Eva Green. Oh my.
I hated that movie.
It's a fucking terrible movie, but she is so
Yeah.
hot. She's so beautiful and elegant.
Yeah.
She's like so elegant. Oh my god. Ugh. Anyway,
She's the best.
as far as I remember off the top of my head, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy the hell out of Red Planet. And I will stand by the argument that he and Val Kilmer turn in some good work in that film. Also, we would be remiss to forget his work on Elder Scrolls Oblivion and Halo 3. If I had to pick a favorite of these, I'd honestly throw down Last Night in Soho. I need to see that still. But like I said, I love Red Planet in spite of its not goodness. Yeah, I remember renting Red Planet as a late teen or whatever, and having fun with it. I remember having fun with it. Like it was like so bad it's good, kind of.
Yeah.
That's my memory of that.
Yeah, it was like 12. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Is whatever.
Is that the one where the person is asphyxiating in their helmet and they're like, fuck it, and they take their helmet off and then they realize they can breathe?
Or is that with Tim Robbins? Which is that one?
Mars, Mission to Mars.
Mission to Mars.
Red Planet's the one with the killer robot, I think. And Mission to Mars
Mission
is
to
the
Mars
one
is the suffocation one.
where they terraform Mars without realizing it. I liked that. The idea of that, where it's like, because like 2 other characters had asphyxiated to death in their helmets and they just didn't know they could just take them off and live. And I'm like, that is so tragic.
Yeah. March
yeah,
10th,
Red
2000, Mission to Mars. November 10th, 2000, Red Planet.
It was one of those parallel thought Volcano Dante's Peak moments. Ants,
So
Bugs
funny.
Life. Have we done an episode about those? I feel we had that idea, but
I feel like we have.
I don't remember if
maybe.
we did the episode.
those two movies are parallel movies.
Parallel movies, yeah.
I don't think so. Not while I've been on the team, but I listen to all those shows too, so I don't think it's.
I feel like we've
Yeah.
had the idea to do it, and then we never did it. We should do that. That's kind of a
We
fun idea.
totally should.
We also were going to do American remakes of foreign horror movies, or just movies maybe. That was the idea that we had last month, but then Terence Stamp died, so I was like, let's do Terence Stamp.
Oh yeah.
Have either of you seen Last Night in Soho? I missed it.
No,
I heard it was like, I heard middling things, but it looked really cool to me, and I wanted to see
during
it.
COVID.
Tokyo
Maybe.
Slim is a big fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like still we
He
were still
was
like
raved
COVID
about that
times.
to me, yeah.
Yeah, I remember there was like a reason I didn't go see it.
I wasn't
should
going
watch
to
it.
the theater at that time.
I think I wasn't either. Maybe I'll rent
I'm
that
like
later.
just now fully back to theaters. I go like every week.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I wish, like, I don't want to live in downtown LA, but I would fucking love it if I lived like real close to the Alamo, because then I would get the Alamo pass, and I would literally see a movie every week.
Oh yeah.
Omar's always like, we could just take the train down, because he does that. He has the pass and he goes like every week.
Yeah.
And shout out to Omar.
Hell yeah.
Love you, buddy. We were
Shout out.
roommates for almost a decade,
Shout
and we
out.
still live pretty close to each other. But yeah, he hits up Alamo like once a week, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of the dream, dude. But
Miss the ArcLight. Hollywood so
Yeah.
much.
ArcLight Hollywood
Every
was a
day.
vibe.
I can't believe all the rich people just let it die.
Yep.
They just sat there and watched it fall off a cliff. And
I
they were
read
like,
about it
"Well."
every once in a while. It's there's like something with the land and the lease and like the area, and they're trying to like pick the exact right moment to come back. So they're kind of just like waiting
Weird.
because they have it or whatever. There's no penalty for them to wait 1 year, 3 years, 5 years.
Oh. Yeah, because
just
wait,
like,
did
whatever.
someone swoop in and rescue it? Because I thought somebody had.
Someone like owns the,
the Cinedome
land or
or
whatever. Yeah, it's like maybe even two different owners. I forget.
Was it like Spielberg or somebody?
No.
Oh, okay.
Some fucking like business corporation bullshit owns it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Love those.
Nobody cool
Big
owns
fan
it.
of corporations and
Yeah.
businesses.
Yeah.
Garrett Hallfish says, last night in Soho was a fantastic watch. The movie keeps you guessing, and Terence Stamp played his role perfectly, making it difficult to guess his intentions. I gotta watch that movie. I really. Oliver Leland says, I'll fess up to not being familiar with Stamp's work, which means this discussion will give me a lot to dig into. Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff and a lot of great stuff. Looking forward to hearing everyone's favorites. Later this week, I'm catching a David Lynch film I don't think I've even heard of, The Straight Story. Oh, yeah. And yesterday I caught Batman 89 and a nearly sold-out screening, which was just a delight. Yeah, that would have been a hoot. What a movie. Hope you had a nice month. Love and respect. Yeah, I haven't seen 3 David Lynch movies, and it's Straight Story, Elephant Man, and Dune. And I've seen all the rest.
I've saved 2 of those. I've seen everything else because I like to have something by some of my favorite artists just to save as like a special prize. You know, and like I have David Lynch tattoo, but I'm like, just a special prize when I really need it. Same thing with my favorite authors. I'm like, I'm gonna save 1 book or something. So
Which of those 3 have you seen? Elephant Man or Dune?
so I've seen Dune, but yeah, Elephant Man and Straight Story. I'm still like, gonna knock off someday.
Elephant Man was really hard to track down for a really long time. I wanted to see it like decades ago, and it was just like nowhere. Pre-streaming era. I think you can just stream it now.
Yeah, I think so. And Straight Story is the one about the guy on the lawnmower, I think. It's like a documentary.
2 old people. I think it's not a documentary.
Oh,
but yeah,
I thought it was a
yeah, it's
David Lynch,
a
man.
scripted film, but yeah.
What a crazy career.
Yeah, you can buy the Elephant Man 4K Ultra HD for $30.
Oh, okay.
30
Yeah.
bucks.
Rewatching Legion actually is giving me kind of Twin Peaks: The Return vibes,
Nice.
where it's like there are a lot of moments while you're watching it where you're like, this is pretty languid, like this is slow, and like I'm not sure if this episode like matters, but then like at the end you're like looking back on it, you're like, oh, I loved all of that, like retroactively.
Langwood's my favorite. Langwood is where I live. Keep
Yeah.
that in mind when I recommend things. When I'm just like, you guys, this is the best. You don't understand. It's like, oh, Matt's recommending some boring shit.
Some 6-hour bullshit
Yeah,
with
exactly.
hateful characters.
I kid, but I don't kid.
No, that's real. That's full real.
Yeah.
Sagewood Q says, the funniest thing to me about Terence Stamp is that no matter how many incredible roles he had, how iconic he was, I will only ever think about him for one thing that has been and that is being the evil butler in Eddie Murphy's Haunted Mansion movie from 2003.
Yep.
The movie came out when I was 10 years old, and me and my brothers watched it on VHS maybe 100 times.
Dude.
We still quote it to this day. It'll have a soft spot in my heart. R.I.P. Mr. Stamp. Yeah, he didn't take himself too seriously, for real.
Yeah.
You have a soft spot for that one?
I do. I remember when it very first came out, I've like such a roller coaster with that movie. Like when it first came out, I loved it. And then I was like, oh, it's like not scary though. It's like so different. Like it's so comedic. So then I didn't love it. And then I revisited it again like years later and was like, no, Haunted Mansion's fun actually.
Yeah.
I like it.
We watched the new one and I didn't hate it. It like had more potential than it realized, I think, but Beta's Burrito.
Oh yeah, I never saw the new one.
It has some good moments.
Is Eddie Murphy in that one too or no?
I don't think
cameo?
so. Unless there's some really brief cameo that I'm forgetting. I don't think so.
Got it.
The first Terence Stamp role I remember seeing is from The Adjustment Bureau. Wow. He's got a small but memorable part threatening Matt Damon halfway through the movie on why he should stop going against the Bureau.
Right.
Also, shout out to his comedic role in Yes Man as a self-help guru. Also saw Weapons and loved it. I tried to go in as blind as possible, and it really paid off. Yeah,
dude, one of my favorite trailers, Isla, The Adjustment Bureau, the tagline,
the vibe.
like, do you need an adjustment or something? What was the, like,
it was something
the
like
cool
that.
tag?
You need an adjustment or something
Wait,
like that.
is this Yes Man, the Jim Carrey movie?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I worked on that movie. Okay.
What?
I forgot Terence Stamp was in that movie. Okay. Like,
When have you met Terence? Do you have a Terence Stamp tattoo?
Your future has been adjusted.
Oh, that's right.
I
Your
forgot
future
this.
has been
Okay, but this is very funny and very appropriate and oddly a glimpse at our future. So it's a Jim Carrey movie, and Jim Carrey's not still with Jenny McCarthy, is he? That was his wife at the time.
Oh, if I know.
And Jenny McCarthy, I don't care if I'm talking out of school. Fuck it. Who cares? Because these people are awful. Not these people in general. You'll see where I'm going. But like Jenny McCarthy was his wife at the time. Still maybe.
They split in 2010.
Okay, yeah, so he doesn't give a shit anymore. But like, she kept like she was one of the very early anti-vaccine people.
Oh,
like,
right. Yeah,
very
she sucks.
early
I forgot.
proponents. Like, we're in this mess now because of her nonsense. Like, she was like the small butterfly effect that like, and all of a sudden we're here and I can't get a COVID vaccine anymore. Like, so anyway, she's like on set and making a bunch of noise and just being dumb Jenny McCarthy. And the director of Yes Man looks at her and goes, "Shut it, McCarthy." Just like, die. I was like, oh, I could not contain
Shut it, McCarthy.
Yeah, and I still say that phrase to this day as a joke. Me and Jessica do. Shut up, McCarthy.
Love that.
Wow, even
I
in
forgot-
2015, Carrie was anti-vaxxer. Wow.
Oh, so
Carrie is
the
too?
relationship did not last, but the beliefs did. Yeah.
I didn't realize
Wow.
he was anti-vax.
Yeah.
God.
Crazy.
The weird overlap of like
Just
hip-
let fucking
hippie
people
shit.
do whatever the fuck they want to their own
Oh my
fucking
God,
body. Stay
yeah.
the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Good
fuck
point.
you.
Bumper sticker. All of that.
God.
Like the
Yeah.
the whole
None of your
paragraph.
fucking business.
It is none of your business. It's none of your
Fuck.
business who people fuck, what vaccines people
God,
take, what people
yeah.
eat, what people do.
Their own body. Like, fuck
Yeah.
off.
It is insane.
So, it seems so basic, too,
It-
to have that belief of, like,
Yeah.
that's them. That's their life. They do whatever you want. They do, God.
Right. Don't try to force your beliefs onto legislature or other people. It doesn't seem that hard. Like I don't understand. I really don't understand trying to make everyone have to believe or think what you believe.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's especially
Disturbing.
if it's just like magical nonsense, like not believing in science. It's like fuck off with that shit. God damn. Anyway.
Yeah, it's crazy. Your future's been adjusted.
Your future has been adjusted. So wait, did you meet Terence Stamp?
Adjustment Bureau
No,
tonight.
I did not. I did not. I don't. Because I don't even know he was in this movie because I didn't watch the movie because I think it was only worked on it for like 2 or 3 weeks. So enough to see that moment though.
That's fun. Shut it, McCarthy.
Yeah.
I'm watching it tonight.
Adjustment Bureau or Yes Man?
Adjustment Bureau.
Hell yeah.
Adjustment Bureau is great.
Isn't it? It's so good. I saw that shit in the theater. That was the last time I saw it. Saw it one time.
I have a soft spot for those Philip K. Dick, like, because obviously they're the good, the like god tier ones, but then like Paycheck, Adjustment Bureau, like Paycheck is not a good movie, but I fucking love it. Like just the concept of Paycheck is so cool.
Oh.
Adjustment Bureau, I definitely remember less, but I want to see it again. Codalito says, Terence Stamp is one of those great character actors that I never remember the name of. I'm terrible with names, but always appreciate when they show up in something. I'm currently in Japan, traveling around Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka with a friend, and by chance I watched half of the 2000 sci-fi extravaganza Red Planet on the flight over here. That's amazing. In it, Terence Stamp plays the older, wise dude in the crew, and that is the type of role I will always associate with him with. Stoic, safe, and comforting. Yeah. In other news, Alien Earth fucking slaps, and I'm sad that I could only have 2 episodes locally in my tablet for this trip. I will binge the rest immediately upon return to Sweden, first week of September. Classic anime of the month is Outlaw Star from 1998. It's been compared to Cowboy Bebop, but I think it has more in common with Tenchi Muyo and
this is
maybe
good. I've seen this forever, but I haven't watched it, but it looks cool.
Yeah. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. This is Chinese cowboys in space, and and as such is pretty cool. But don't go in expecting the masterpiece that is Bebop. Love and respect, dripping with sweat from Kansai Summer. Also, shout out to Angel's Egg. It's got like a 4K remaster coming out, and I'm excited to watch that again.
Cool.
Because that movie is sick. Whoops. Let me see. Is this recording correctly? Yes. All right. Fede Krauch.
Fede.
My favorite Terence Stamp role will always be Jor-El in Smallville. While he only voiced the character, his presence throughout many seasons carried the Kryptonian subplot of the show. Plus, It was a very interesting depiction of the character, since he and Clark were antagonistic to each other for a significant portion of the show. Also, shout out to him playing incompetent bureaucrat Chancellor Valorum in Phantom Menace. The role of such politicians in the rise of fascist governments may or may not be relevant today. George Lucas sure was onto something making those movies, huh? Yep. Rip Terence Stamp. In other words, have you seen the announced cast of Star Wars Starfighter? Personally, I am cautiously optimistic, given how much I enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine. Also, to Huber, I don't know if you read my comment on Discord, but the main reason they announced the Spider-Man cast is because the movie started filming that day. P.S. I love The Naked Gun 2025. Thoughts? Love and respect. I loved it. I thought it was actually very funny. First comedy since Bottoms.
No.
We don't make comedies anymore. Jason Wojnar says, I'll be frank, I don't have a lot to offer on Terence Stamp that other people here probably won't have said. For my anything else, on August 30th, I saw 2,000 meters to Andrikva in theaters, followed by a Q&A with director Mstislav Chernov, Mstyslav Chernov, who also did 20 Days in Mariupol. This documentary film follows a small group of Ukrainian soldiers as they fight meter by meter to retake the titular village, which is already in complete ruin. It's filled with a very intense combat footage from both GoPros mounted on helmets and handheld camera from the journalists following the soldiers. But along with that, there are a lot of quiet moments of the soldiers sharing parts of themselves and wisdom with the camera and the audience. So often, though, after they are done talking, the director's narration says they were killed several months later. God. It opens with a Hemingway quote, there are many words that you could not stand to hear, and finally only the names of places had dignity. And during the Q&A, the director said one of the producers worried that nobody would know what Andrikva was, and he reiterated that that's why it has to be the name of the film, because as the audience sees, once they reach and fight in the village itself, there's literally nothing left but rubble, a few brick walls standing where houses used to be, and the name. I know it played in New York, but you should definitely go and see it if it plays in a theater near you, and you should definitely go watch it. It's also just very well and smoothly edited with a narrative through line, so you don't just feel like you're being bombarded with horrific footage. It really stands as a testament and tribute to those who put their lives on the line every day to defend Ukraine's right to live free of Russian tyranny. Yeah, that sounds intense.
Very.
Free Ukraine, though. Fuck this bullshit.
Here's fuck this bullshit.
Mike Karwai says, I became aware of Terence Stamp by name through Peter Serafinowicz, talking with him about their disappointing time working on The Phantom Menace for very little pay. Other than this hilarity, Stamp's work and filmography is kind of a blind spot for me, if I'm honest. Also, I saw Weapons, and I'm a little stunned that audiences are really liking it and it's doing well, but ultimately good to see people going out to the theater to engage with something relatively creative. I'm pretty indifferent on the movie itself and didn't exactly find it all that groundbreaking. Much like Barbarian, there's clearly some talent there, even if, also like Barbarian, I was way more into the setup than the destination.
Yeah.
Maybe this is my Parasite moment, or maybe I've been watching too many art house films and there's some freshness to the movie and where it might sit in terms of the modern horror genre I'm not appreciating enough. Putting things into perspective, it's certainly way better to me than something you could put in a similar category like A Quiet Place, which I can remember garnering the same sort of praise and attention. I'd say A Quiet Place is a lot more straight ahead, but yeah, I'm also pretty surprised that Weapons is being so well regarded because it is pretty weird. Not much else to say for this month. It's been a weird and worrying one on my end, and I've kind of just been losing myself in the art and media that comforts me most. Love and respect, and rip Terrence. I hope that everything is okay.
Same.
Zorgla commented on this, that they were lucky enough to avoid seeing lavish praise for Weapons before getting their ticket, and so enjoyed it as a fun 7 out of 10. Kind of the same vein as 28 Years Later for me, something bold and a bit sillier than you might expect rather than a perfect pinnacle of the genre. Mike said basically the same feelings. Last one, Mark Hallinan. Oh, we already did. So there we go. That's all of them.
I'm surprised more people didn't talk about Superman 2.
Superman
2 was like fundamental for me as a kid, and because of Terence Stamp. I cared way more about Zod than I cared about Superman 2. Zod came in with his creepy looking bisexual girlfriend, and they were wearing their tight black leather. I told Jessica they look like the people who said, we liked your vibe across the bar, can we buy you a drink? And the Zangief looking dude was their old third, and they want Superman to be their new third. And I was like, I would sign up to be trapped in the plate glass with them and just fly in outer space forever.
Such a weird way to be.
They're so appealing.
Taken care of, like the glass prison. It's funny because I always thought that was Superman 1, because I guess Superman 2 is the one that I had seen a bunch as a kid. It was just always on TV or something, because that to me is the Christopher Reeve Superman.
Is Superman. It's the best of the four. It really is.
What do you think about the Donner cut?
I heard about it, and then I watched it, and I was like, oh, that's it? That's the Donner cut?
Is that for 2 or for 3?
It's for 2.
Oh, okay.
But, people were like, oh, they brought in this other director for Superman 2, and he ruined Richard Donner's work. And I saw Richard Donner's stuff, and it didn't move me, but it was maybe because I was so attached to the original. Once you see a movie in your mind a certain way and grew up with it, it's hard to budge that. It's hard to budget. You're just like, oh no, it felt like it had a few goofy new scenes or something, but I was just like, have you seen it, Hubert, the Donner cut?
The Donner cut, no.
Yeah, I mean, maybe somebody can explain if they really like the comic book lore, which ashamedly, I'm just on this podcast, my brain is just not complex enough to follow those things. So I just like characters and vibes and mood when I watch a movie. And so when I was watching, I was like, I'm missing what's so special about the Donner cut. I really was. But maybe it follows Superman's story better. Or,
I wonder.
Yeah.
His name in Yes Man was just Terence.
Oh, cool. They liked him.
That's interesting.
They must have liked him. I can't believe that. Like that I didn't because I did watch like dailies and stuff that they brought in, and how did I not know or put it together that was Zod? That feels special. Yeah. Now tonight I'm watching Yes Man and Finding Forrest.
The classic
And
double
the Adjustment
feature.
Bureau.
An Adjustment Bureau tripped in. I can't believe we've gone this whole time and no one mentioned Stick from Elektra.
That's what I watched. I watched that the day he died.
Yeah, Elektra, yeah.
My God.
Yeah. He was actually really good in it.
He never really phones it in.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the
Movie's rough.
Bowfinger. Yeah, I'm just looking through other ones that we might have missed here.
Bowfinger. I remember loving that movie.
I remember not liking it. I saw it and I was just like, ooh, I don't like that. It made me like uncomfortable. I don't remember why.
There's a lot of Scientology stuff in it.
Oh, that might have been it.
A whole lot of Scientology.
Crazy.
I've still never seen
Another
Wall
one of those
Street.
where it's like, I was 11. I was 12. Fuck it.
Yeah, I didn't probably know what was happening.
I mean, I think it was making fun of Scientology, but it was a really heavy component of the movie in a weird way.
I forgot he was General Zod in Superman 1 also.
I think at the end of the movie.
Yeah, he like shows up. Yeah. He's like the sequel hook at the end, I think.
Yeah.
I think they show up. Those three like show up right at the end. Yeah. Toby Dammit, dude. The Limey. Can't go wrong.
If you're a Lynch fan, people listening, and you haven't seen Toby Dammit, you owe it to yourself to watch it. I mean,
hold me closer, Tony Dammit.
Yeah. So many big directors, obviously, are indebted to Fellini, but David Lynch specifically cites Fellini as a big influence on him, and he always says 8.5. But I think Toby Dammit, you'll see a lot of David Lynch's stylistic touches there.
For sure.
If you like him, definitely pick this one up. It's a quick watch, and you'll love it.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be on YouTube anymore.
Criterion Channel probably has
maybe,
it streaming.
Yeah.
Do a free trial. It's on the dark web. Also, email me. I'll help you find it.
It is on Criterion. It's on Criterion
so.
Channel. It is on Criterion Channel. I prefer to be called Hacker.
Hacker.
Why does my Mac keep getting unplugged? Hang on, I gotta plug in my Mac or it's gonna die.
You said the word hacker and then something went wrong.
Yeah.
It's the NSA.
Anyways, thank you for joining us. We will be back in just a few weeks, hopefully, because we're a little behind on this one.
October.
This will be for September.
That's true, but it will be in October, so I'll be extra happy.
My hope is that we get it actually out in September. Get back on track. But who knows? Maybe we just don't have a monthly structure and it's just kind of whenever they happen, roughly every month. Who knows? But yeah, thank you for watching or listening. Hopefully the video didn't get screwed up. My hard drive ran out of space halfway through recording this, so there might be some weirdness happening. But yeah. Patreon.com/reactionshots. Check it out. $3. You get in on our wonderful Discord, and you can get in on the comments for the episodes. We do different topics every month, with little effort to be super relevant, but sometimes we are. Yeah, check it out. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
And we will see you again in about a month, a few weeks.
GG's.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.